Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson, option right. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and it's Hill again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Jackson on first down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
57's left.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
1st and 10.
Jackson, option right. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. looking to throw on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On third down, it's Hill. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Ready. Ready. 48 right now. Let's go. Check it out.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Check 31. Check 31.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson, option right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
And we go 30 seconds to Mike. Mike 37. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Squeeze. Check 15. Short. Shut up.
Jackson from the shotgun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation.
52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive with a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now Hill. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson, option right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 37.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant. 57. 57.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Jackson, option right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mike is 59. 59. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike. What? Go. Check 59. Got one. I got one. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Here it comes. Here it comes. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. I got you.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short, and he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back to you. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, that's what I do. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. No game on this defense. No game. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Bengals.
Ready? We got tight left. Everyone got four down.
Here's Coleman on the draw. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 35 yards away. Bullock's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
The 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's bring it. 26 Mike. You better be here. You better be afraid of me. Under 10.
Looking to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. This is Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. I'm coming. 26 Mike. Come on. Check nickel. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Bring it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
That's the score. Ravens 17, Bengals 3. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go. Take the Pittsburgh. It's free.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenny Young. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
3rd and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. And able to find Green. And that is in. Complete.
That's what I'm talking about. Not hit, boy.
Incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Jackson, option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Check. 80 weapon. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Ready? 40, Mike 40. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Second and 2 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 2. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He's got Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Coleman. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey. 4 down.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now back to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check. 59. Come on, baby.
Again, they run with Hill. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Green brings it in. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, Slayton. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down. It's Coleman, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They'll set up a throw. He gets this one to Boyd. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the draw play, Coleman. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 26, check 26.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Put it to him, Jet. Cover. Put it to him, Jet. Cover. Check. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Mike, check. 59. Let go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let him know.
can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.